All right. Let's get started. We don't have a lot of time to lose, my friend. All right. Welcome. Let me know if you guys can hear me. All right. We are in live stream on the Vectorize 5D. Okay, it takes some few seconds for you guys to listen to me in kind of real time, but I think that's working now. Okay, let me say a big hello to everyone that is on the chat. So if you're on the chat, my friend, say hello. I want to see your name here. Say your name. Down, Tik, Vela, Enya. Hello, Enya, and everyone. Okay, nice guys here. Guys, the topic that we're gonna cover today is going to be about the splash art for the Christmas. So let me show you my screen. I also bring here some fundamentals, but before we dig into that, I want to explain why we are going to make this, and I will share with you some of my favorite experience using 3D and 2D in one project that I made for a great friend, a great client of mine. You know, he's awesome, and I will show you a project. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. That I will show you right now. Okay, don't leave me here, my friend. Here. Wait a moment, because it's just wireframe. And then I will click here, and there is the base mesh. There is a kind of 3D, base mesh here, and then I got this just base mesh and place it into vector on affinity, and then the final result, it was something like this. Let me open here, hold on. This one, this was the final result. And if I show you behind more in depth, here it was done in vector and painting with raster. Can you see that the potential use of using the three methods, 3D, vector, and painting? Can you see the depth? I need to be honest with you. This was one of my most favorite, render and workflow process, because it's very hard to plan where the shadows will be. It's very hard, even for me working a lot of time doing designs. It takes time for us to have consistency in shadows, things like this. So having the 3D, it helps us to understand a bit more, even for the blackout stage. And the reason that I'm bringing this live to you to help you and assist you with this workflow, hope that you are happy with that. I want to show you how you can block out like this, but doing something simple. I was kind of, planning the idea of how we can accomplish that, but for beginner level, I want to make this friendly. I want to focus on people that is starting, people that don't need to, stress yourself with something very big and huge. This is as an example, and we're gonna create this from scratch. All right, we're gonna create a new project here. I will do this with you step by step, so you can follow me. You can do in your time whatever you want. No worries. So I will start this from very scratch. And are you ready? Let me know in the chat. If you're ready, I can start now. If you're not ready, I can wait for you while I drink my protein here. I'm taking whey protein just because I'm doing a lot of gym and my muscle is all hurts. Guys, go to the gym. Go to the gym. Make your body strong. Make your body strong. Okay. Okay. Just to show you on fundamentals. Here, where is? Hold on. Yeah, this one. Guys, remember that I made this crazy sketch without having something clear. I'll keep like that. Let's say that you don't know drawings, and we're gonna block out with this concept here. For me, that's fine. With more refined, better. But if you can't, no worries. I didn't got much time to finish this. To be honest, full week working really hard. And here we go. I wanted to thank Vela for reminding me to bring the fundamentals about the 3D, and this is the fundamental. It's not very final yet, but just to tell you what and how it consists the 3D world. We have first of all the forms. What are the primitives? Cubes, spheres, very primitive. You only work with this stage here. These guys here, only cube. You will not worry more than this. Only cubes and spheres or triangles. Modeling. Modeling, it's about refinement. It's when you are going to give details, okay? Remember on the shape inner details? Yeah, this is the modeling sculpting. Modeling and sculpting, they work in the same way. However, they are for different purpose. Modeling is more for hard surface and sculpting is more for organic forms. You know, modeling, car. Sculpting, characters, plants. Yeah? Okay. Rendering. Rendering is more... Oh, of course, this is a cycle, okay? But you don't need to follow like a clock. Let's talk about material first. Material is when you want to apply the coloring, the texturing, things that is going to be applied over the surface. You know, can you see my skin is getting red? This is happening because of my material, you know. There is a light and this is reflecting into my skin. Imagine if my, say la, my skin was, you know, green or something like different. It's going to reflect in different way because of my material. So materials, hair, there is a color, things like this. Rendering is related to the light, the camera setup. It's how you see the world. It's how the light's going to reflect into your mindset. Oh my gosh, I think that I got too philosophy today. But yeah, this is how it consists, you know. Guys, I'm using Mac. I got Mac OS, I think 1 month ago, and I'm very enjoying. It's very, you know, smooth. Okay, let's talk about the workflow. What you need to know, it is only this. We're gonna add always a cube. We're gonna make a subdivision surface. Do you know what subdivision is? And then we're going to add in the edit mode some lip cuts. Okay. Guys, this is very easy. Cube, subdivision, in edit mode. Grab this. And pay attention, alright? Because we're going to go to something more in deep. When you start the Blender, of course, I will assume that you already know the basics from what we have discussed, you know, in other lessons. But please always watch others lessons because every lesson is going to add even more for you. Okay, Shift A, adding a cube. I'm going to add a cube, as you can see. And then I will go here in the add modifier, alright? And then I will move to the generate and then subdivision surface. One tip, very valuable tip, is this. If you click here in add, click with the right button, then click in add to the shortcuts. Quick favorites. Oh, can you see? Add to quick favorites. So if you press key, Q, right? Not Q. I always get confused. It is this letter here, key. Because if I say key, it's going to look like key of, you know, key. Oh my gosh, so confused. All right, so it's this letter here, generate, and then you're gonna see here the subdivision surface. All right, you can always go here. It's easier, right? Even to have now the mirror, you know, things like this. We're gonna use a lot mirror and subdivision. Only this you need to know. Okay. And of course, if I try to do this by my head, I can struggle. I can struggle a lot to find where I can place the shapes, right? That's exactly why we have the concept. The concept, it is our friend, you know. I can just grab this here, Control C to, you know, and then I'll paste here using the add-on that I've shared with the club. Let me go here. You can use other apps, but I'll place here just for referencing. The image is there, right? It is there just to so you can see. Okay, good. And then I will start to block out. I will start from bottom, right? I will start with this terrain here. Oh look, Remember about the cube? Yeah, the cube, we're going to make the subdivision surface, all right, which is related to here we go, which is related to the edges loops that I'll show you. Or edit mode, remember? Or I will make this in, can be, let me make this in three levels of subdivision. Three, all right. One is the only cube, and three is like this. Good. If I go to the edit mode here on top, as you can see, you can now add the edge loop. I will press Ctrl R, and then I can do this. This is what make our design a bit more, let's say, sphere look. You know, I'll make something like that, or here. Okay, with more you add these edge loops, it's make it a bit more kind of soft, you know, like this. I will make this small here. I will duplicate, make this like that. I will press S to scale this up, and then I'm using this scale. So please watch the basics of Blender on the Vectorize community, Vectorize 5D. Okay, on our platform we have the basics. I will upload much more tutorials, but I'm just find a time to apply those. Here we have the ground. Okay, the ground is there. Good. The nice thing about using this method is that you can duplicate and scale this down and apply like that. Just to give you a tip about how I'm seeing this, all right? I'm using these settings. So let's say that you are using Blender and then you have no idea at all how you can set up. I'm really enjoying to use this material that's called, or here in this button, go to the studio, place here this studio lighting setup in paint. This one here, or not this, because you can see that there is a lot of shadow. I want something clean like this, and then I'll use rondo. Okay, rondo, not object, because it's going to be too white. I'm gonna use rondo because every single object that you create is going to be in different color, right? Which is fantastic. Nice. And then I'll create the gift. Where is the Santa Claus will sit? Something like this. This size here for now. Duplicate, scale this, and then only using cubes. All right, only use cubes. Move the camera just to adjust here. Yeah, move it always to apostrophe, front and right, front and right. Basically, this is the view that you only need for today. Makes sense? Fantastic. About the, now we're going to move to the character, right? Let me save this first. I will call this as, can be vectorize. Look at Christmas. It's easier. Christmas. Yeah. About the character, right? So I will duplicate this image so you can understand what and how I will do this. And I'm going to decrease this opacity. Like when I'm using affinity, you know, when I need to vectorize, I usually go here in opacity and then decrease the opacity. So in Blender I do the same technique. I go here, click on the image, this icon here, and then decrease the opacity like this. And then I can see in there, alright, the character. And then I can start to create, you know, here the shapes. Again, I'm gonna only use the cube, alright, our cube, and then I'll place here. Imagine that this will be the head. I will press now in my hotkeys, or key, and then subdivision surface. And then apply the tree, level 3. Good. With this, we're going to use to build all your characters, like this. So this is the head. I'll duplicate, Shift D, move this below. This can be the, let's say, the, not the neck, but the part that, the scarf, let's say, scarf, yeah. Scarf, duplicate, this will be the body. This will look like a snowman, for instance. No worries. The belly here. We're gonna add the the nose, Shift D, duplicate, the nose will be placed here. S to scale, right? I'm rotating just to apply this in correct way. It looks like a snowman, right? Oh, good, no worries. And we're gonna apply here the beard. I'll duplicate this and then make this big. And scale this down or move this below. That's why I like choosing this method, not object, but in rondo, like this. I will rotate a little bit more in the x-axis, like this. This will be the bird for now. And then I will apply the eyes. The eyes is gonna be very simple. Look, the blackout happening, the primitives. Shift D and then scale this down. This will be the eyes. I will scale this up. SZ, scale this up. And what's gonna be important here is to press the key and then remember about the modifiers is here. All right, the generate, where I can find right here as well, but we are using a shortcut. You can go to the mirror, then I will select the object that I want to reflect from the head. Here we have now the eyes. Let's check it out, the background character. Yeah, we are achieving at least the elements. Now it looks like our kind of snowman, but we're gonna change this look soon. Let's say that now we want to add some mustache. How I will add that, I will show you soon. Hold on, let me just make some adjustment here. The mustache, I will do this. Look at this, all right? Remember here on our fundamentals. So we did the cube, and then we have the subdivision. Everything basically it is in this form here, this subdivision. But I want to make the edit mode now, where I will make the shape looks like more a triangular shape, which will lead us to this shape here. Okay, you see now. So if I go to the edit mode, remember about this is a cube. I will scale this part of the cube down. Oh, this is a cube, all right. I will scale this down like that. Nice. And then I will duplicate this, and then I will rotate. I'll press R, rotate, and then scale down. Guys, I only use the basic tools. I'm not using fancy, crazy tools. Only using navigation and tools, basic ones. And then I'll bring this here, make this bigger, perhaps like that. Or here. I'm going to use the mirror because I want to reflect the mustache, not only one side. Click here, edit, and then place here. Fantastic. And then I can make this a bit bigger. Let's try to make this. Nice, very nice. Let's try to make this a bit large. Let me see that. Oh, it's very large. My one doesn't here in this image as reference. I haven't placed the mustache, but I'm playing. So you don't need to follow exactly the sketch, alright, that you are building. You always change something somehow. Eyes brows. Eyes brows is gonna be easy. You can just duplicate the, let me show you. You can duplicate the mustache here. So can you see? Duplicated, and then oh my gosh, look the visual look here. Looks like a very old man, That's why it's very lovely to do this kind of planning. The amount of time that you're gonna save by doing that's gonna be huge, trust me. Okay, about the nose, I can change a little bit more, but I'm thinking to do this a bit soon, not now, because I want to make this a bit large in size, perhaps. Yeah, I'll do this later anyway. Let's do the hat. The hat, it's kind of tricky, right? You can use the standard things that we are using here, like that, and then create a lip cut like this. Now he looks like a Russian. You know, the Russian hat. Let me just scale it down. This is still is a kind of, you know, let's say a cylinder, because I was about to show you as well. There is a cylinder method, you know, using cylinder. It works as well. Creating here this shape. The hat, this part here, no, that the Santa Claus contains. I rotate a little bit just for now in the x-axis. Remember, guys, there is the axis here. The red, it is x, and the green, it is the y. I'm going to make this something like that. Very big. Nice, very nice. On top of that, I'm going to make the top part, you know. Let's duplicate this. I'm only using this shape, guys, really. Nothing fancy. Same shape. Like this. And then I will start to extrude. Now, we're gonna move to something a little bit more modeling, you know, performances. I'm going to select this face here, and then I will kind of extrude, you know, to top. Press E, and then move this to top, and then we're going to change this a little bit like that. S to extrude, E, make it small, and then E, make it small, E, make it small, like that. However, there's something that we need to do. Of course, we need to place this more behind. You know, there is a gravity here. There is also the circle. I'll just copy from the head, and then we're gonna have something like this. But it's strange, you know, by looking this, because it looks like a dwarf. And what I want to do is to change this, and I will perform that. There is many ways that we can perform and change the silhouettes. Because here, as you can see, just to give you a context. If you take a look, this is the way that we are kind of, you know, seeing the object, you know, like this in the silhouette. Let me go back to random. I think it's better. And I want to move this behind. You can use the edit and select all those lines here, you know, using select. I'm going to select this with shift like that, and then if I press R, we can rotate this, okay? But there is a function that's called proportional editing here on top that you can kind of manipulate this. Let me now make this small with scrolling the mouse, and then I can kind of change this, you know. Let's apply this in a better way. Hold on. I need to select all the shapes behind the vertex, and then look at this. I can rotate, and I can rotate like that, you know. Of course, with more loops that we add, perhaps it's gonna be better. I honestly prefer to do something like this with the sculpting, but I'm showing you there is this method, and then you can explore the sculpting as well if you want, you know. And then you can start to model more like that. Yeah, like this. Changing this like this here. Yeah. Make this, or if you click twice, you can also change this like that. Select less, just to have less influence over the shapes. Something like this. Looks nice. Yeah. And then let me make this large. Good. And then we can apply our small thing here, you know. But you can see it's still very still. It's very idle, but we are not posing the character, you know. Hello, Jeff Su. Welcome. We are not posing the character. We're not adding actions. We are modeling first the primitives. So the focus here, it is just to get into the shapes, you know, forget about the expressions. We don't need that for now. Okay, here we go. We're going to apply now, let's see, the limbs. For example, let's try to, like I said, I always like to duplicate some existing shape. Here I have the arms. Remember about the edit mode. I can simply extrude this and make this to be our hands or arms, you know, like this. And then I will apply now the mirror to reflect to another side. Let's do this. Key and mirror. I'm gonna get a bit faster. Oh, this is the arms already. Now it's a Jesus Christ pose. It's called T pose, right, in modeling. So this way it's easier than just modeling in pose. So we can rotate like this. Our character is kind of holding one hand in the box and another is raising. Okay, but for now we need to keep it simple. We don't need to worry so much about the gestures. Okay, next we're going to duplicate this and perhaps apply here below this part, you know, the belly part. I'm gonna make it like this for now. It's a kind of another circle, so but a bit bigger, you know. How come you have like a flat mesh when you extrude? Jhon is asking how come you have the a flat mesh when you extrude. You go to the edit mode, you know. You go to the edit mode, and then in the edit mode you're gonna have the shape, and then press E to extrude, you know. Basically it's how it works. Okay, then what I would do it is to do the limbs below, or the legs. Look how nice it is. I just duplicated the arms, and which is already contains the mirror, the reflection, you know, but it's too baby, you know. It's look like a baby, but I want to change this a bit more, like in the edit, and then change this, make this a bit more like that. The nice thing about this proportional editing, can you see here on top is enabled. The nice thing is that you can change and influence on other shapes. So if you turn off this, you're gonna only kind of changing this vertex here, or like this one here, you know. There's no material at all here, okay guys, as well. So things now is becoming a bit more like we want, you know. The character is still very like a doll, baby doll, but it's how the blockout stage works. It's kind of very rigid and doll-like. I'm using now the sculpt mode just to define some forms by changing here, you know, like the legs going more below like this, perhaps this part here going more below, you know, to add more gravity. Guys, here in this part I need to enable, before I change this, the X enable symmetry in the sculpt mode. This allows me to have, you know, the symmetry applying to the both sides, you know, like this. Yeah, and then I can change a little bit more the chest, the posture here. It's more straight. So remember, during the designs that you are creating, you have anatomy, and then you need to respect at least the anatomy. Again, I need now to apply this subdivision, I mean symmetry. I'm thinking actually to make the beard much bigger, you know, not very small. Probably we're going to make something more like this. Let's make this bigger. I'm using sculpting now. Sculpting, that's case just to move this part here. But remember, this is still a very cube-like, you know, it's still cube. What makes it rounded, it is the modifier. I need that you really understand about these differences, because you will be able to understand a bit more how to apply in your side. Guys, I really want to see you guys doing the Christmas project. No, it doesn't matter if it's in 3D or 2D. I really want. Okay, I wanna see you doing something there next year or this year, because this is how I will make me feel like, hey, there are people that is doing. I'm not alone in this. I'm changing more the bird side. Just make some adjustment like this. Can you see? Very nice. And I will start to apply the subdivision here in the bird. I want to make this like a mesh. I will apply here like that. Is applied now. It's not anymore like that cube before. Now it's a mesh that now I can even manipulate this a bit more like this, like that. Yeah. And then we're going to polish obviously more the design. Let me start to polish more any edge loops here on the scarf part, perhaps here. The arms is still very, very baby. I want to change that aspect. I will duplicate this and resize this. Let me just remove this part here. I want to make a kind of cylinder, effect here. I will create from scratch another square, a cube, and then I'll move this onto here, because we can start to think over the hands. I'm still thinking if I will add the hands very cartoony. Here this part, and then I will add the edge loop like this. Edge loop, edge like this. Nice. And then I will make this like that. You can see we have a cylinder using cube basically. And then we can now make the hands. The hands, it's a bit tricky, but I will try my best to show you one of the easiest way to do that. I will do this in isolated, alright? I'll make like a cube here and focus here in this part. So the hands is going to consist like this. I'll make this part small like that. And I want to show you a technique that I'm very happy, which is this. I will press Shift A, and then I will add here a vertex, which is called single vertex. In case that you don't have this, you need to enable, because this is a kind of add-on. It's a free add-on from Blender. You can go here, and then I think it is extrude vertex. I forgot the name, guys. It's tools, loop tools modifier. If someone remember, please let me know. Extra objects is this one here. This extra objects, if you enable, you're gonna have this function that's called here on the mesh. You're gonna have this single vertex. Okay, and then let me bring here. It's a unique vertex. Another method to use that is this. You're gonna add a cube. Let me add this cube, a new cube. Everything is a cube. And then you do this. You go to edit mode. Go to the edit mode. Edit mode here. You're gonna select all those nodes here. Can you see? And then you press M, and then you click here at center. Merge at center. Basically, you're gonna have this node here. It's a very small node. It's one single vertex. If you press E, you're gonna have a kind of vector. Imagine this being a vector, right? And then we can go here to the object mode, and then I'll apply this key. And here we go. This is the trick. By doing this method, you can have a kind of vector line, but changing this like extrusion. There is the modifier that's called skin that is applying more density to that vertex. And here we go. I'm going to place this to be here, to apply in this area. Let me go here. This will be the fingers. This is the method that I learned the best. Oh, we have the finger. I'm gonna make this bigger, you know. Let's apply this to be, to increase, you go and press, in my case it's Command A, or in Windows I think it's Control A. I like this. Oh, I will apply like that. It's very cute, you know. Imagine this being a robot. I will duplicate one time here. This is a part of modeling. Another one here. Three fingers is enough, okay. And another, which is the polygon. Can be like this. This is the hand. And here's the trick. I'm going to apply this subdivision to make this more rounded, because you can see it's very flatty, it's very rigid. Our character is not like this. It's not going to fit, you know, because it's very robotic. And then I will apply what? The subdivision surface. Subdivision surface in 3. Again, here, 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 and here. And then I can just apply more loop, edge loop here in this area, and then I will fix, you know, the position. You always need to manage the position. Here's the hand, basically. I mean, just using a simplified hand, you know, kind of more cartoony. Remember about, you can extrude. Just to show you, in X-ray view mode, you'll be able to see that we have a line in there. You know, that's why we have this result. You can go with others method, but I'm showing you that you can do this as well in this method. Okay. I have plans again to explain more in deep in the courses that I will bring. Okay. So during this process, it's not because I'm doing that you need to do exactly the way that I'm doing. You need to use what you know. You know, it's better that you do something than, let's say, that you know, then you try and struggle to do something that you still are not very familiar. This takes time, you know, to understand. Oh, here I will get off. Oh, here the hands. It's really nice. And of course, I need to manipulate this shape here, like that. Using the sculpt mode, I'm going to manipulate this one here. I'm thinking about to add more edge loop because it's still very flat. Okay, perfect. I really like. I'm gonna make this in a position like this. For now, it's fine. I will group this. To group these guys, you need to press, I think it's M, new collection. I will call this as hands. Fantastic. And then I will move this to this area. Okay, I'll make something more like that. Here we go. Nice. It's fitting really nice. Make this a bit small, like that. Very nice. Now it doesn't look very, you know, dull like before. Also, I can add. Oh my gosh! Here I've just duplicated the legs and I got this result. And I'm thinking as well. Let's try to add. I need to apply the mirror, all right, to these objects. I'll apply like this. Yeah. Looks nice. Having these shapes here, it makes very much better. It is important that you apply the mirror, right? Because the mirror is going to apply to another side. I will just follow. hold on. The mirror is going to place in the head. Yeah, good. And this would be our fit, but it's really strange. I need to manipulate that. I can make this more like that for now. I want to make something cartoon, but not very cartoon. It's in between, you know. It's in between. It's very bold shapes. Like this for now. Can always change it later anyway. Yeah. Or by sides looks really nice. Nice, very nice. Okay, now let's polish a bit more the beard, but I need to guarantee that we have a consistent look here on the body shape first. I'm just changing some of these adjustments. If I press in my hotkey F1, I can isolate the object. So if you are struggling because of there's many things going on, you can isolate the object. So I isolate this because I want to have a form like that. Let's see. Oh look, now it's better, having a more dynamic shape. Or by sides looks like this for now. It's a kid cloud. Oh my gosh. We will let's see, add a bit more. Let me apply the mirror because it's important. Just showing on sides is going to make it odd. And then select all of the hands, all hands with shift. And the last should be this one because of the mirror that you have applied. We can kind of copy the mirror, you know. I will apply this mirror for copy modifiers, and then it's going to apply. Is one important note. Can you see that now the skin has gone because we have copied the modifiers, and this modifier here doesn't contain the skin. So let's apply this separately. Okay, I'll apply here. Let me see. Oh, only this for now. Control L, copy modifiers. Okay, the hands now is there. However, the fingers that we have here is a different mesh system. We are going to use, let's see, I'll press the mirror. Good. And apply from here. Very nice. And then this is how it's gonna work. I'm going to copy this mirror and apply to those. How? First, you need to select the ones that you want to apply, which is this three, right? Then the last is going to be the one that you have applied, the mirror. Control L and then copy modifiers, and then you're gonna have this result. Now it's working there. Nice, really nice. And here we go. Let's see. Let me check the reference. We're going to start very soon to apply the pose, but we need to polish first our design, you know. So the way that's look, it's in less than an hour we have already very you know, kind of, you know, the base is in there, you know. Let's apply here a better beard structure. I will apply duplicating this, or like this, and rotate. You see, this is a very nice method for modeling. I will make something like this here, duplicate another one. Doesn't need to be mirrored, you see, like that. Duplicate again. You start to duplicate, thinking that we're gonna merge this. All right, we're gonna merge this, and this will be our kind of texturing, but in 3D. So we have a bunch of shapes going on here. Ah, I need to enable, actually. I've totally forgot the keys, that I'm using here. I need to enable, is an add-on that I need to install. I've installed here the Blender Mac, and I didn't install the add-on. But one thing that's important, for you guys, is that my keys is very different from the Blender standards shortcuts. So if you want to be able to follow exactly the way that I use the shortcuts, you must use my shortcuts, because it's very different. I don't like the Blender shortcut standards. I made to be, let's say my preference. It's kind of time saving. But thank you. I will apply this, in the next lesson. But for now, to be honest, if you know at least the basics, all these keys that I'm using is very redundant. So here I'm just rotating, nothing fancy. Here, apply another here. Duplicate with Shift D. All right, Shift D is to duplicate, and R to rotate, like that. So, and then here's the trick. I want to select all of these birds guys here that I made. Can you see? And then I will merge them. But keep aware about select them, and then Control J of Jhon. Can you see? And then I will go here in the sculpt, and then I'll press R. You're gonna see that we can remesh this. You can see that I will give the grid and Control R to remesh, and then hold Shift just to clean this a bit more. Let's add a bit more density here. I hope that my computer will not crash. Let's see. When you are kind of remeshing, you need to be aware. Now it's working. So if you apply too many polygons, it's going to make your computer kind of laggy, because there's too many calculations in the Blender side happening. This is one of the downsides, of using Blender for sculpting compared to other apps. Let me try now too. I think this will look a bit better. I'll keep like this. I'm going to add the ears. The character is still very dull. I don't want to have this look, but we are changing a bit more here, this part. And also fix some proportions. Let's see. There's a loading happening here. Okay, now it's working, hopefully. I'm gonna make this a bit different, resizing. Good. Hold on, let me just. I'll add the ear. I'll duplicate the eyes brows, and place the ear right here. Hold on. The ear is going to be, let's see, not a dwarf look. I mean, elf. I want to change this. Let's make this sound like that. I'll select here this part and press I and make this a bit like this, and E to extrude inside. This works. And rotate, only using like this. Now we can change about the hair. I'm still thinking if I will add hair. I think it's gonna be nice, but not very essential. But let's try to duplicate this, and let's say that I isolate this. Remember the hat, I've duplicated this. I can remesh this. Alright, remesh again with the sculpting. Make sure to to apply this, let's go here, apply ultraswarm, because if you don't do that, your brush is going to be kind of, I'd say, distorted, you know. Let me back here, hold on. And now apply subdivision, good, and then you apply the location. But about using Blender, you know, I need to tell you is that there are some kind of tricks that you need to understand to be able to work better. You know, it's not that the app is difficult, but it takes time to get used. So what's the difference between difficult and getting used is that, of course, everything that you learn becomes easier somehow. But if you follow this process that I'm showing you, you don't need to learn everything. You know, don't need to get expensive courses to apply, you know, crazy stuffs. So yeah, basically here I'm just adding the hair by using the mesh. Maybe like this for now. Later we can always change anyway. It's making very different now, you can see. I'm thinking if I will kind of merge the hair with the beard. I don't know, but can always change later anyway. It's becoming very, very nice, the character. The head, I'm gonna change a little bit. You know, it's too rounded. I'm going to apply this in X just to. Here's the fun part. Let me see here. I think shortcut view. I think you are using what's stick saying? Shortcut V U R. What do you mean? Here I'm modeling now the face a bit more. Make this a bit more pronounced. He's kind of, you know, with a cheek. Oh, now it's becoming more consistent in this visual look. I really love this kind of style, you know, very stylized and bold. The ear, the nose, actually, I'm going to work with that. Can you see here in the reference, in there behind? I'm going to apply it. I'm not using this add-on. Yeah. I need to download. I don't know if it's this name of this add-on, but if it is, yeah. I have a bad memory. Oh, the nose. I want to make something like this. I will convert this and X just to have this in proportion. And here I'm just using the grab, right? The grab tool here in sculpting. Let's try to check in there the reference. So there's a here on, can you see here the reference? So that's why I like to work this way, because I can kind of try to follow, you know, how the shape is working. So I'm trying to match the silhouette of the, you know, of the nose, something like this. So it's going to more inside, yeah, like this. I like this. And then here the mustache, we are going to convert the subdivision so we have more polygons to work with. Now can you see the difference now with everything that we are building? Also the hat, I want to make this bigger, you know, in terms of size. I want to make this very big. Then move this. Now it's more adjustments, you know. It's much more about adjustments. I'm covering the ear, so I need to change it a little bit more. Again, the body is very kind of harsh and solid. It's a bit kind of boring, but we haven't, got a proper time to polish or add more much details. I'm covering the subdivisions now. We are kind of polishing more the details. So remember about this. So now we have finished this stage about edit mode, and then we are going to the sculpt mode. Let's type here sculpt mode. Here is where we are going to refine more the model. It's where we refine the model. This stage is that you convert these shapes. You convert the shapes, and then we start to refine. Remember that we had a very dull look in the head. Now it's much more in front. Look how nice it is already. And then I want to add perhaps this shape here. I'll add more loops. Hold on, guys. Patience is your friend. If you don't have patience in front, it's going to be hard to succeed in life. I'm very anxious about my life, and I need to tell you, if you want to get good at something, the patience is what is going to help you. I will convert this to mesh because I want to add a more loop here. Here I will just do the shift. This is the part that is protects from the code. Let me see behind the character. Yeah, I'm thinking alright and how I will accomplish, because I'm not very happy with this bottom part. Somehow I'll probably will change that. I don't know, it's just that for me it doesn't work, but it's just the base. After I start to refine, things gets for me much better. And here I can polish a bit more here, this part here. Stage, I will add this. Very nice, good. And let's scale this down. The eyes, I want to make this a bit smaller. Let's see, compare a little bit more behind design. Here I can start already to make some gestures. I'll select all of this and rotate, but I need to select the hands. Rotate this like that. Let's rotate, yeah, this angle here. And then I will, can you see the hands too stiff? For now I will apply the mirror because I don't want to use the mirror for now. Okay, which means that if I change this, it needs to be separated for now. Alright, I'll press now because it works like one object. Here is one object, and then I will select here this, and I'll press, hold on, I'll select all of this. Can you see? I'll select everything here. You need to select in the X-ray view mode to guarantee that everything is selected. You're gonna press P and click here, selection. What's gonna happen now immediately is that it is separated. Now we can change this separately. Okay, this is what we want. We want to change this separately, and this part here is going probably to move this below. But can you see that this is how manipulating objects in Blender can get a bit more difficult, but it's the part that is still a necessary work. I will show you. Here I'm going to move this more down, like this. and this one will be up. I'm gonna make this more like this here. Let me change the direction. Yeah, here, good. Can you see now? Good. And then I will move this also here. Oh, it's as well. We need to separate the object. You can simply actually select this and go loose parts. What's gonna happen is that Blender will separate what is it's not connected here, and then we're gonna use these hands. Let's apply now the subdivision of all of this. All right, I want to convert this to mesh. So let's apply this. Ctrl A. I'm going here and apply and apply and apply. This is what we want. You understand why? Because now we can basically separate this and merge these ones here. You understand as I do here. Can you see I have here these objects? I want to merge them. You see. Ctrl J. This needs to convert it to apply. Good. I will apply this. Ctrl J. Now it's together, and then sculpt mode to apply the remesh, and then there you go. Now our hand is fully kind of remeshed for sculpting, you know. And then I can make some changes here, you know, or add some better shaping for the hands like this. This is what is important. Then we can move this here like that. Obviously we need to pose more better the hands, but not going to be fully done for now. We have more important things to take care of now. So the hands here, you know, are very nice. In another, we need to also apply this, or let's do this in a better way in terms of time saving. I'm applying, just deleting this, because I will duplicate these hands that I made and make here. So try to save your time, because hold on, because I'm just moving the hands. Yeah, it's going to pose like that. The pose is now very nice. Even if we take a screenshot like this, it still work for us, you know. I assume that this is becoming, not becoming, but it's, in terms of design, this is very nice compared to the robot. Just applying here. I need to go and make the hands fit here. Yeah, here we go. Can rotate. Let me see. The polygon needs to be outside. The polygon needs to be like, I need to flip. Let me see how I can flip this, because it needs to be in another side of polygon here. No. Anyway, you can always change. Yeah, like this. But we need to make something, some hack here, like move this more below here. Grab. Make some changes for now. Later we can change more, but we need to focus on what is relevant. And yeah, I want to change, you know, the leg shape. I think that don't want to make it to look very you know, toy. I want to make cartoon like this, you know, like that behind, small legs, but not very to look like a child. Let's make this this perhaps. Making the beard very big to match our design. Yeah. And obviously, we need to do more stuffs here, but for now, it's what's is necessary. The gift is going to be placed right here, like this for now. Look at this. We haven't, making colorings or something crazy here, but you can now understand the potential of this one here. This is the kind of concept thing. I'm going to apply the shade out smooth to remove this kind of aspect of flat. So select everything, click in right click and shade out smooth, and then everything is going to look like more. Oh, it looks like a statue. I like this most. This one here most. Match caps called. And then, whoa. Again, it's not completely done in terms of polishing because of the time. We'll wrap up now this lesson for now. This challenge, it's a mix of challenge with tutorial with everything here, workflow tips, and then we can continue the next week. Yeah, for the time that we have, I think it's a pretty good progress for the time that we have here. Perhaps the hair bigger. Yeah, I can work more later about this. But so far so good. Yeah, let's talk on the chat now. Chat, let's discuss. Well, guys, I'm impressed because we have managed to bring at least the main character, and I'll see if we can, create others objects. I will try to create the objects because there is still things to do, to finish this. But for the design, it's very very solid. Okay. Questions, my friend. Next week I will enable the shortcut, interface. Sorry, I forgot to apply. But guys, I need to be honest with you. Months ago, like 4 months ago, I was still learning Blender, a very newbie beginner, and for me, watch and see this kind of results, it is very kind of a very good feeling. Like, hey, I can do this, because at the beginning you feel like it's hard. Of course, everything is hard, everything is hard because you need to learn. Yeah, and you have these struggles like, it's very hard, so it's not so simple, to handle with yourself, with your mindset, like self-doubt. If this is for you, some people will try to not encourage you in terms of, I got on comments on my comment section like, no, he's struggling to teach, something like this. Dude, I'm enjoying to teach, I'm enjoying the process of showing what I know, and I never say that I'm the best professional in Blender, never. And I never promise people like, you will learn how to become a master in one day. No, never. I don't make promises that I can't do. But what I can promise that I will give you simple methods to achieve in simple ways. So this is how I manage to handle with myself, and try to bring something that it's easy. In terms of decision. Of course, like I said, this is a level that I'd say is beginner, but with more practice, you will want to get even more in depth. As I progress here, I will always want to make something more nice than the before. I will always want to grow more. So That's why it's so important that you stay here, you support Vectorize Club, you do the tutorials, you engage, because by doing that, we'll be able to follow me during this journey. We don't have all the time of the life. One day we will die. So at least in this time during with me here, I hope that you enjoy. This is the most important of all. Yeah. So no more philosophy for today. Yeah, guys. Bring here to back to me. What are the plans for the next week? It is to I'll polish this, probably at least that we can finish the next week. Let me see here the where we are. Yeah, guys, I think that I can do 2 live stream extra, for this challenge. I'm checking here my availability, because on the calendar here, if I just do, oh my god, I hate these notifications. If I only do here, the next, I will not have time enough to finish. So I will do the next Friday, and then the next Monday. So we're gonna have 2 live stream, day 15 and day 18. Okay, and Monday, two streams. Okay, if necessary, we can do 3. Just to I want to finish this as a final project. So because we're gonna get back in January, but in the very kind of 20 January, something like this, because I need to have a break. I need to holidays. I need to stop working too much, but I was still going to deliver you updates on the content, which means that you're gonna do it. If you're on the club, you're gonna have all the best benefits. I hope that you downloaded the brushes that I made. I'm using at the moment. So members will always get benefits. With the club. My support, my assistance, my help, everything. Yeah. So join to the club. Alright, link on the description below. So join to the club, and yeah, get the challenge, my friends. This is the special art for Christmas. I really want to make a very nice thing, but as you can see here, we have accomplished this for now, but we always can improve even more as we do. No more things to do now, for now. Of course, later. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see you the next week, right? We're gonna continue this project, and I hope that you enjoy. See you, and bye bye. Join to the club. See you. Bye.